Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz season preview. I'm Saul Meyer. That is Drew Chelly. You guys just saw us have a conversation with Dan Barutha, Great Northern Conference Coach of the Year for Lakeland Union. Now we're here with one of his future opponents this year, Dewey, Reilly, head coach of Tomahawk football. Coach Reilly, let's jump right into it. How's the team looking this year?
I'm very happy with where we're at. I feel like we're on track. Obviously, this being my second year with a little bit more time to prepare and knowing what I want to do going into the season. We had a great scrimmage today down in Colby. Very happy with where we're at.
Absolutely.
Just talk about how much easier it is starting, summer camp in year two, where, it's kind of knowing what you expect out of your players as opposed to last year starting, from square one.
Absolutely. I had a lot of these kids when I was coaching in middle school, and so I've had them in other sports, and I know kind of what our gene pool is when it comes to our skill set. And for me, it's always, the excitement of getting that puzzle box where I get to kind of mix and match and see how the pieces fit and hopefully put it together to put together a great season.
Absolutely. And I talked to you earlier this week, Coach, and you gave me one of the coolest mottos of the offseason. It's Tomahawk versus everyone. Can you kind of tell us what that culture is like and what that motto has meant to y'all this offseason?
100%. Yeah, it's, our favorite opponent is our next opponent. And, I've been telling these guys since they were little kids that we have to get that mentality, foot on the gas, and just work your tail off, get in the weight room, be bigger, faster, stronger, and let the chips fall where they may on the scoreboard. But as always, they're going to know that they played Tomahawk.
Absolutely, yeah.
And, the Great Northern Conference is not a stranger to you guys in other sports, and now you're in it on the football field. So these opponents are not strangers, but it must feel nice getting a crack at them on the gridiron year in and year out starting in 2024.
Absolutely. This is coming home for me. This is the conference that I grew up in, and so it's kind of like getting the band back together where you get to see the Medfords, the Mosinese, the Lakelands, the Rhinelanders. It's a rivalry week every week. And so, again, take it one step at a time, but this is going to be fun for us being the small school coming in. People are, from what I've heard, underestimating us, and you do that at your own peril.
Absolutely, Coach. And we were talking a lot about the Great Northern Conference. You guys are coming over from the Northwoods Conference. And before you can say goodbye, you got a date with Crandon week one, former Northwoods Conference opponent. Now it's a non-conference game. What can we expect from that matchup?
As we talked earlier in the week, it's a well-coached team. You know that those kids, they're athletic. They love the sport of football. They're going to show up and they're going to play a fast, physical game. And it should be fun to watch. As always, our goal is have fun, and entertain everyone.
Absolutely. They got Crandon week one at Crandon, former conference opponent, now non-conference. That game went to overtime last year, so be sure to expect a battle. That's all the time we got for you, Coach. Thanks for coming out. Tune in at the end of after the break. We will have our pick'ems joined back by Will Harrelson. Stay tuned. You're watching the Blitz.